Alrighty, here we go, guys. Welcome back to Cheap Comic Collector. I'm your host, Rob. This is episode 183, and today we're going to go over some eBay wins. I found a seller on eBay through his YouTube channel. He sells some older comics on one of his eBay channels. He's got two. And they're all, everything, well, not everything, but a lot of the stuff is in pretty poor condition. So he starts it off at 99 cents. But he does mark whether it's complete or not. So, and he doesn't have a lot of followers, it doesn't look like. So this is my first batch that I've got from him. I've got two other batches that I've already gotten. And then I have a third batch that's in the works. It's just waiting for some more of the auctions to end. So I believe that this will be a good source for me to get some cheaper comics from. This batch here was my first batch, so I did pay up for these a little bit. They're all 99 cents a piece, but then with shipping, and he does combine the shipping, it came to $14.26. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 comics. So whatever that works out to, it's less than $2 a piece. And as you know from past videos, I am willing to spend up to $2 on some older stuff. So, and of course my criteria, it's they got chipped corners, they're tanned, they're the covers are coming off, and I don't care as long as it's complete. So. This is Anna Abbott and Costello, based on the Hanna-Barbera cartoon. It's from Charlton Comics. Charlton, as Higgy would say. This is number 12. It's a 15-cent cover. And let's see. It's we got to keep this museum clean, Abbott. They say some of these things are worth thousands of dollars. And of course, he's, knocking over the rare urn as he speaks. So I haven't read any of these yet. I haven't really looked at them. Nice cartoon art. Does look like a cartoon version of the real Abbott and Costello, who I absolutely adored when I was a kid. I just watched their movies every single time they were on TV. I didn't care how many times I saw them. Let's see, it looks like it's got a laugh page. It's got something called Boss and Groovy in the middle here. Looks like it's supposed to be like a teenage strip, kind of. Some kind of game page. And another Abbott Costello story. And then there's a Chuckle In poster. It says, say goodnight, Costello. And of course, Costello says, goodnight, Costello. Exactly the kind of humor that I thought was hilarious when I was in grade school. So yeah, so because there's not very many issues, we are just going to take a quick look through them. I haven't read them, so I can't really review them like I do on some episodes, but we're just going to take a look at the art real quick. This is Adventures of Bob Hope, number 105 from DC Comics. One of those nice monster covers by, what's his name, Bob Oxner, I think. Bob Oxner, story by Arnold Drake, and it actually has monsters in the story. So you don't see Bob Hope, and as a matter of fact, that looks kind of like Jerry Lewis. But oh, there's Bob. Okay. Great art. Great art. See, we got a Caps Hobby Hints half-page cutout for your scrapbook. Bob's joke page. which he probably had absolutely nothing to do with. And it doesn't look like Bob Hope is in this a whole lot. Looks like it features like his nephew or something, maybe. And oh, here's some cameos by some people. We got what's his name from Get Smart, and Dan Blocker from Bonanza. This looks like a fun read. I don't know what really what's going on just by looking at it, but great cartoon fun. Not big on the backgrounds, but some panels are, some panels aren't. But and then you have an old Direct Currents. I wonder what year this is from. This is from 1967. Cool. All right, then we got an old Archie at Riverdale High. This is number 69. Archie, this isn't a game, it's a rumble. Chuck, you wanted to play, now you have to pay. To some people, action means violence. Chuck finds out the difference in the fight game. So this is Archie at Riverdale High is like one of the Archie adventure stories. Basically, most of their issues had some kind of adventure story in it. So this should be a pretty good read with a decent story in it compared to a lot of the Archie comics where they're just gags. And it looks like Little Jinx puts in an appearance. There's some kind of Miss Grundy puzzle. And then the story continues. That old 2-page Star Wars ad that we all drooled over when we were kids. And then there's a backup Archie story as well. Looks like a couple of them. Another puzzle, maze this time. Archie Club News. And yeah, could be a fun issue. Oh, there's a Josie Fruit Pies ad on the back. And then we have Beetle Bailey, number 132. And I believe this was the last issue of Beetle Bailey from the Whitman run, is what I found out when I was listing it in my list of what issues I have. Looks like typical Beetle Bailey comic with short stories, 3 or 4 pages long. Yep, nothing really out of the ordinary there. And then we have Walt Disney's Emil and the Detectives, which is a old movie that most people have never heard of. I do remember watching it. I think it was, it might have been made for the Wonderful World of Disney, the anthology TV series. This is from 1964, which sounds about right for when it came out. We got some pictures here of the storyline. I'm trying to remember. Oh, there's a big chunk out of that page there. I'm trying to remember this story from the movie. And honestly, not looking that familiar. There was quite a few movies that they made with a group of kids, getting involved in a mystery or something. So I'm not sure if this is the one that I'm thinking of or not. I should probably look it up on YouTube and watch it again. the Yeah, it looks like I might need to watch that. I don't recognize it. I recognize the title, but I don't recognize the story from this comic. So I might be I think I'm thinking of another movie. I'll have to look that up on YouTube. Most of the old Disney movies you can find on YouTube for free. Just so you guys know, in case you didn't know that. There's a couple of channels on there that specialize in those. And this was a one-shot, I think, from Gold Key. So it's probably listed, like if you looked it up in Overstreet, it would probably be listed as one of the movie comics or movie classics, whatever they were listing it as. And then next up, we have Lost in Space, Space Family Robinson, Lost in Space. Tim's alien double takes command. Pirates of the Asteroids. And this one's chewed up a little bit in the corner here, and also somebody was having fun with a paper punch. You can see a couple holes right here through the price. And this is from 1976, number 48. So what starts off with Pirates of the Asteroids? All right, art's a little bit simple. Kind of a cool spaceship there. The looks like the art is probably done by Dan Spiegel. Would be my guess. Just going by some of the men's faces. And I can't say that they really look like the actors exactly. But, and then there's a little text page in the back called Beyond the Moon. And that's pretty much it. So we'll see what that's like someday. We'll read that one eventually. And then this looks like an early Super Goof. 12-cent cover. Got this little bad guy that kind of looks like a caricature of Walt Disney, to be honest. And this is issue number, this is an early issue. This is number 6. So they even had a black and white gag page on the inside where he's carrying a safe on his head for some reason. So if you ever get a chance to read the very first issue of Super Goof, it's actually a pretty good parody of Superman. I mean, it's very simple because it's for kids, but it was actually pretty good. So the later ones I know just got really silly, but this might be pretty good. It looks pretty adventurous. It's a long story. So there's going to be more story to it. But then again, if he's going to decide pick out a star costume and go flying through space in a star costume, maybe it's pretty silly. So we'll see what happens. No ads. This is like all comics. And then Super Goof meets Super Bad Wolf. Did we see that? Isn't that the one I reviewed not too long ago in another issue? No, this one's different. But it is Big Bad Wolf becoming Super Bad Wolf. So apparently he did that more than once. So, and then there's another gag on the inside of the back cover. So not even the back cover has an ad. The back cover is just a pin-up of the cover without the writing on it. So kind of like today's variant covers, they just remove all the writing and say it's a variant cover. But back then, Gold Key just put it on the back as a pinup. So very neat, fun issue, it looks like. And then the last one we have is another Turok, Son of Stone. And this one is in a rough shape. The you see the cover is torn off here. I'm gonna have to use some archival tape to repair that. I might actually laminate it because this is, the edge is chipping pretty bad too. But this is issue number 33 from 1963. Terror of the Bog. And oh, great art. Look at this art, man. This is fantastic. Look at this gator. That looks like a real gator. I know, I'm in Florida. I know what gators look like. This is amazing. It's in that period where they were doing that weird era when they were using square word balloons instead of them being balloon-like. I'm not sure whose brilliant idea that was. It's a little odd, but it does fit this story much better than the Mickey Mouse stories I've read with it in it. Looks like somebody was doing some math figuring here on the border. And then the center folds are loose as well. But as long as it's complete, that's all I care about. I think there's one issue that I got from this guy where it was incomplete, even though he had it marked as complete. The stories were complete, but it was missing a centerfold. And I don't think that was any of these, so it's probably in a later batch. The second batch I got from him is much larger than this one was. But this art is amazing. Oh, no, they're getting attacked by, I forget what those things are called. I used to know. Yeah, it looks incredible. Just fun. And then the back issue, there's just a Gold Key ad for some different ones. You got Dr. Solar, Disney Special, Space Family Robinson, Jetsons, Flintstones, Rocky and Bullwinkle. And then once again, the back cover is the same as the front. It just removes all the writing, so you have a nice little poster of it. Beautiful art. And that's it. So yeah, I got these for less than $2 a piece. This one really is falling apart pretty badly. And that's it. That was great. Great issues. Really happy with them. I do wish I could get them a little bit cheaper, considering the condition some of them are in. But when you see stuff like this, you kind of got to grab it because you just don't see it that often anymore. So if you want it, you got to get it. So thanks for watching, everybody. Please like and subscribe. That helps a lot. It gets the algorithm going and gets the channel available to more people. And that's what we're trying for. We're heading for trying to get monetized, but we got a long ways to go. And so appreciate anything you can do to share the channel. And we will see you tomorrow with probably another What Am I Reading episode, because we are trying to get caught up a little bit on those. I know my reading box has diminished quite a bit with all the episodes I've done. A lot of what's left in there are kids comics and runs of comics. So like the first 3 or 4 issues or an entire series. So as I finish up this box of What Am I Reading, you're probably going to see a little bit of a change in those episodes. We're gonna, because I'll be spotlighting like a certain series rather than doing a variety, just because that's the way they're coming up now in that box. So thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed these. I know I did. and I'm really excited about getting some older books again. I've been getting so much modern stuff for so long. So thank you for watching. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a great night.